2016, the first presidential debate. Live from Hofstra University in Hempstead, New York. Here now, Savannah Guthrie.
Mr. Anderson, it is no secret that you have a noteworthy presence on social media. You have been quite outspoken about several issues on your account on Instagram. Some may say it's controversial. And Ms. Swire, you also have your own presence. Do you think that there should be some regulations on the comments made on social media today? Do you think your new potential position will change what you say?
Well, Susan, I'm glad you brought up social media. I think social media is an accurate representation of oneself. What you say, how you use it, is a testament to your character and your beliefs. I think our future leaders of America were able to see that with Rob's presence on Instagram. We have seen all of his comments. He's misogynistic, racist, and anti-Semitic. His comments promote these backward ideologies within media, and it directly affects your lives, right? You guys are the ones who use social media the most. You understand it the most. I'm still trying to figure out how to tag somebody on Instagram, but you already know it, inside and out. So I want you, the youth, to think who you want as your president. Do you want somebody with such a lack of control over their opinions to handle decisions for our countries, national affairs? We want somebody who has beliefs for the future and stability of our country. You are all in a point in your life that is filled with promise and opportunity. We need bright minds like yours to progress our nation. You want a leader who facilitates your needs and aims for your success. We don't want someone who has beliefs only for themselves and not for the country.
I acknowledge that what I may have said in the past was hurtful, and this gives me an opportunity to apologize for that. However, I'd like to believe that what the American people saw right there was a demonstration of freedom of expression. I was expressing my opinion at that time in my life, and I was lucky to be able to do that. That is our First Amendment. It was our right to be able to freely express ourselves without any government intervention. It is a right that I believe every American should have, and they do. What Barb has failed to mention is that regulating and restricting these comments on social media is taking away Americans' right to free speech. She is trying to cut you off from your First Amendment, from your rights. I don't want the views of my people to be repressed. Only if they are able to express themselves, their true ideas will be heard, and together we can improve our country.
But you see, what you're doing is not freedom of expression. It's hate speech. Regulating within social media does not prohibit free speech. Without these regulations, we'd have people going online saying whatever they want to say. They have the liberty to offend. We see people with unethical views growing and collecting and promoting and acting upon these negative ideologies. If we don't take action against hate speech, it'll only become more severe. Through social media, it expands, it travels not only between local communities, but nationally, internationally. Monitoring this would help reduce potential drastic rise of discriminatory ideologies. Everyone should be able to express themselves. I'm simply urging that we do it safely.
We should not be silencing those who may have opposing views. We should be encouraging everyone to share their opinions, because when controversial topics are brought up within social media platforms, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it creates a massive discussion. But you seem to be focusing on the negativity of this increased discussion. Barb, you speak as though the spread and togetherness of the people between certain ideologies is always a bad thing. It can be good as well. Positivity cannot exist without negativity. The most valuable aspects of our country is the amount of awareness that is raised for the issue. Instead of creating more conflict on social media, we should use it as a platform to address and improve current issues present in our country. We need to see more people speak up. We want more people to speak up about what they are passionate about. We want people to be brave, to be passionate, to be defensive, and as outspoken and controversial, because this is what initiates change. We have seen hashtags against racism, such as Black Lives Matter, with rallies against misogyny, such as the Women March, and the use of social media to identify sexual predators within the entertainment industry. These are all examples of how social media was used to initiate change.
You say your comments created a spark, but what you fail to understand that the spark was directed at you rather than the issue itself. Don't forget #RobsTheSlob on Twitter, where the public was attacking you and your beliefs. Your comments are a verbal attack against people and you're judging them based off of their beliefs. We can look at the example that you brought up with Black Lives Matter. What happened there was Americans who supported a movement and there were those who didn't. Regulations allow Americans to be freely supportive of what they believe in and diminish those voices who hate against these movements.
Diminish. You want to diminish people's voices. You are silencing the voice of a whole community and the whole population of America.
I'm not saying that we should be diminishing opposing views. What I'm saying is that we should not allow hate speech. Once again, you fail to address the issue of hate speech. We should in no way tolerate any form of this. Instead of raising awareness, it further validates the verbal attacks on our society. Between 2014 and 2015, the number of likes given to tweets and comments produced by hate groups on Twitter had more than tripled. So now, I'm asking you, Rob, is this what you envision for America? Is this what you plan on teaching the new generation of the American society?
It is not an issue about who we are as individuals. It is about who we are as people. I believe in Americans. Freedom of speech is what the American people want. It is what they need. I stand by what America wants. You, on the other hand, don't. You try to take away their rights, but I want the youth of America to grow up in a society where they are allowed to say whatever they want to say, and America wants that as well.
You all are smart kids. And it's interesting because you live in a time where you can communicate your perspectives in such a unique way. It's powerful, but with power comes responsibility. You as young leaders must model this. And above all, the leader of our country should model it. You have the right to express your opinion, but it's essential to do it respectfully, and we must acknowledge other perspectives that differ from ours. We want our future generations to not live in fear of being discriminated against. I do not disagree on the act of creating discussion through opposing views. However, regulation does not prohibit the opinions to be made. It simply removes the extremist view.
And this brings us to the end of the question.